A few days ago I published a video about how to lift the rear suspension on both the Transalp 650 and the Transalp 700. You can find the link somewhere up there in the screen. So now it's the turn of the front suspension. For the 700 it will take a few days more because I'm doing more testing. I want to achieve something different than on the 650. So in this video I'm talking about how I improved and lifted the front suspension on my Honda Transalp 650. I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to obtain two things. The first one was that the front suspension was really too soft and it was really easy to button up when riding off-road. And I wanted to lift a little bit the front suspension like I did in the rear to gain more ground clearance, because that's not going to give you more travel in the suspension, but it will help to have more ground clearance when going through obstacles while off-roading. So I bought a pair of Wirth progressive springs for the fork, and thanks to that the fork worked a lot better, and also because they were slightly longer than the stock springs and a little bit stiffer. The front suspension lifted by around 25 millimeters. But because I had 40 millimeters more on the rear, I wanted a little bit more in the front too. So this is what I did. Okay, so now that you have replaced the springs in the fork, you have put the progressive springs, and you have already gained a few millimeters of height, how can you gain a little bit more? Then it's really easy. You just have to move a little bit the fork bars down the yokes. I've only moved the bars by around 15 millimeters down. As you can see, the upper yoke is very wide, so it's safe enough. There's still plenty of meat inside the yoke, still plenty of bar. I've used the bike in very hard off-road for thousands of kilometers and never had a single issue doing that. So as I said, around 15 millimeters down, added to the 25 you gained by replacing the springs. And then to cover the holes you can use just a plastic cover like this one. Just cut it to the right height. Now for off-road use, I strongly recommend using a 7.5W fork oil. The stock one is a 10W, but for off-road use, if you're going a lot to trails or off-road travels, I really recommend using the 7.5. That's the one I used in my 650, is the one I'm going to put on the 700. And you can really feel the difference. If you're not going to do a lot of off-road, if you're mainly going on the road, streets, cities, curvy roads, highway, then you can do the opposite. You can go higher, you can go to a 15W. Then the fork will be a bit stiffer. But for me, for the use I'm going to do to the bike, you can see it, that kind of use, trails, travels to remote places, then this is the one to go. Now that you have lifted both suspensions, the rear and the front, you have a new problem. The side stand is too short. So I took mine, I cut the end, and I welded a nut in one side and the thread in the other side. And with a second bolt you can secure it, and now you have an adjustable side stand. On the Transalp 700 it's even easier, but I will show that in a future video. And I wanted to say thank you, because just before the end of the year 2023 I reached 500 subscribers, which that's still amazes me. So the good news is if the channel reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to reveal a very nice project that I think you will like a lot. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.